Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to ERA Realty Talk. In every session, I'll be inviting special guests who will be sharing with us real estate insights. Find out what is really happening in the real estate market, keep abreast of the latest market developments, and get first-hand information on upcoming launches in this series. Today, we are very honored to have with us Mr. Lim Yew Soon, Managing Director of ERA Development. Thank you, Yew Soon, for taking time off your busy schedule.
You're most welcome, Doris.
So first question for you, how long have you been in the real estate business?
Well, our company has started actually since 1963 by my late father. We have all along have been a main contractor doing construction for like HDB projects and a lot of like institutions like NTU. In around 2005, we started to realize that with Singapore having two new integrated resorts that was actually coming up then, we felt that property prices is likely to actually go up in a rising trend because with the two new IRs, we believe that many more investors will be coming down to Singapore and probably will have more of them converted to become Singaporeans or even become permanent residents. Hence, we started venturing into small en-bloc sites, units of less than like 30 to 50 units. We're pretty lucky over the couple of years when we started, we scored a few success. And from then, we grew a little bit more bolder. We went into mainstream property development. And our last few completed projects are like Park Rivera, 752 units at West Coast, as well as Symphony Suites Yishun of about 660 units. And our last ongoing project is Pullman Residences, 340 units at Newton. And and now obviously here we are actually starting the launch of our Blossom by the Park at One North.
Yeah, first of all, I must thank you for appointing ERA for all the projects that you have mentioned. ERA is very honored to partner with you in your property journey as well.
I'm sure it's a very successful and happy collaboration between the two companies.
Yes, thank you. Thank you for the opportunity. Talking about this Blossom by the Park, 10 developers bid for the site and you won it. Any consideration when you were bidding or submitting the bid?
Actually, the Blossom by the Park plot at Slim Barrack Rise is a quite ideal site that most developers will be very keen, especially when it's not a very big site. There are quite a few very strong attributes. For example, Blossom by the Park, Slim Barrack Rise is actually in One North precinct. And as we all know, One North precinct is like a Silicon Valley of Singapore, where you have many like tech companies like Razer, Grab, Pixel, as well as R&D companies like Seagate, GSK, and P&G all in One North. With all these companies here, we know that there's a really pool of
Potential buyers.
Yes,
Yes, professionals.
who need housing down here.
Yes.
Yeah, and secondly, the site is actually very near to the Buona Vista MRT station. We are less than 300 meters away from Buona Vista MRT station, and it's about 3 minutes walk. And for people who drive, we are like 5 minutes drive away from AYE. Besides that, Blossom by the Park is also within 1 kilometer from a very popular co-ed school, Fairfield Methodist Primary School, which I'm sure a lot of parents will actually love to send their kids there.
Yeah.
And once they finish their primary school, there's also a Fairfield Methodist Secondary School. We also have ACS Independent, as well as ACJC in the vicinity. Besides that,
NUS.
Yes, NUS
is just round the corner.
Yes, and we've expect children who actually want to go international school, Dover Court International as well as Tanglin Trust School is all within walking distance.
So actually when you look at potential site, you not only look at location, you look at amenities in that location.
That's right.
So what you mentioned is all the schools. So if you stay in this location, your kids can go from primary school all the way to the university.
That's right.
Without changing your address.
Yes, that's right. Yeah. Furthermore, in terms of when we stay at a place, we also need to eat. We need also to buy things. So Slim Barrack Rise, so actually is very near to Star Vista, where you can do your grocery shopping. And if you want to actually go to a market, you have the Holland Drive market and food center there. It's all within walking distance. And we not only live, work, and learn, we also want to play. So in Blossom by the Park, we are next to the One North Park. Okay, it is actually next to the park itself, and it will be seamless integrated, whereby you can actually just walk down and walk across to the park, and bring your kids there to actually play. And we'll be actually rejuvenating the One North Park with more updated play equipment.
After the COVID or pandemic, I think when buying properties, I think all potential purchasers are very consciously aware that they want to stay near places where there is park. And you mentioned about this park, and you are going to rejuvenate the park?
Yes. Together, the 3.8 hectare One North Park, there will be some rejuvenation going on during the development process, whereby new play equipments, walkways will be added.
Wow! So whoever that is going to buy Blossom by the Park will be able to enjoy new facilities, next to their compound.
That's right. You don't even need to take a train or take a bus to it. It's just right at your doorstep, literally. This site is actually very unique in the sense that among all the residences in One North, they are all usually 14, 15 story high. Blossom by the Park will be 27 story high. So those future residents that actually have a higher floor units will get very good view of the surroundings.
Wow. One thing that stood out for me in Blossom is a fanless development. And it has a public plaza running across the development. Can you share with us, is there any challenges that you and the consultant face?
Actually, Blossom by the Park would be actually a perfect development site, if not for this constraint. We have a MRT tunnel running directly below the site, cutting the site into two halves. And on top of it, it's actually on a small hill. So one of the requirements is really to let the public access Buona Vista MRT station from the One North precinct seamlessly and have it through outside. We came up with a concept whereby there will be a public plaza cutting through the site that's running on the route of the MRT tunnel, whereas the residential component are on a higher level, on level 2. On top of that, there will be commercial units on the both ends of the public plaza to bring retail conveniences to the public as well as the residents.
The other key questions in every buyer's mind is that prices of properties have gone up. Can you share from a developer's perspective what are the costs that are involved in constructing a development and how it has changed over the years as well?
It's indeed a difficult period for developers right now because we all know that land prices are going up and construction costs has been actually rising, mainly due to during COVID there was supply chain disruption. Transportation costs has gone up. As we all know, since last year there's a few hikes by US Fed Reserve, so interest rates has actually gone up quite a fair bit, and developers are also having a much higher interest expense nowadays.
I see.
And we all know GST has also gone up.
The other questions that we have for you, there's another site near Blossom by the Park that is also sold on government land sales.
Yes.
What are your thoughts on having to face competition from another developer?
I don't think there's any issue with that because actually different sites have got different attributes. And like what I mentioned, for Blossom by the Park, we are unique, slightly more unique in the sense that we are actually high-rise at 27 story, whereas the other developments are usually about 14, 15 story. So in a way, we have an edge over them, for one. And in any case, for the last 16 years, there has been only one new development over here, and it's fully sold.
Yeah.
So together with our friendly competitor, we have slightly over 400 units, and I'm sure the demand over here in One North will easily soak up the entire supply very easily.
Actually, I totally agree with you. With the schools nearby and amenities, with that 400 over units, the absorption rate will be there. Okay, I've seen the two show flats. I think we have 1 plus study to 4 bedroom here, and we have very interesting units like the 3 dual key. And the layout is also very interesting. Can you give us some insights on the thought process when you come out with that layout with your architect, as well as the finishes, the fittings used?
Yeah. Well, because for our development, we want it to be very livable. So all the bedrooms actually comes with can actually fit in at least a queen size bed, And all master bedroom will actually be able to fit in a king size bed on top of the supplied wardrobes within the room. In our development, we have a 1+ study, 2 and 2+ study. They are actually, I would say, optimally sized that will bring the quantum low, and that will be very attractive to investors. But besides the usual 1 to 2 bedroom kind of room that's suitable for investors, we do also have a 3 bedroom dual key, which is actually essentially a studio and a compact 2. This actually allows investors to actually buy 1 unit instead of buying 2 and rent out to 2 different families, and you don't have to pay additional ABSD on it.
Talking.
And for, I would say, for maybe smaller families like young couples without any kids, they can actually stay in one and rent out another one to help to supplement their loan or financing loan, or get some income from the unit they are staying. And best of all is both units are self-contained with their own bathrooms, kitchen, and they have their own separate entrances. So you giving them a lot of privacy.
Yeah. So that's why I find the dual key units very interesting in this market. There's a lot of flexibility that you can do to the unit.
Yeah.
Whether you want to buy it for own stay, to rent, partial rent, or you have an extended family to stay with.
And of course, actually, we also do want to have bigger units for bigger families. We have our regular 3 and 4 bedroom. In fact, they're not only regular, they are actually quite company size. They come with a good size kitchen, with a yard, utility room, and even a WC if they choose to have helper that can use the WC. We have one special unit for a 4 bedroom, which is a 4 bedroom premium, which is actually at 140 square meter, which is actually fairly large for today's standard. This unit will actually come with quite a large living dining, and it has dry and wet kitchen, and quite a good sized balcony where it can do alfresco dining. And best of all, it got the best view looking to our facilities and One North Park.
I'm sure the audience are waiting for me to ask one question. What will be the pricing of the Blossoms by the park like?
Well, the pricing will definitely be attractive, especially for the early birds. Well, I'll share with you later on.
Can you whisper to me? Okay, for the viewers out there, if you want to know the pricing, do contact any of our ERA trusted advisor, and our advisor will share with you the pricing.
Or just come to our show flat.
Oh yes, come to our show flat. Okay. Thank you, Yew Soon, for making time today to share with us insights on how you bid for the land and the development of the land. And thank you for giving ERA the opportunity to be your marketing agent as well. Do contact any of our ERA trusted advisor if you want to view the Blossom by the Park show flat, and we see you there.
See you.